Some of you guys are so bad at fighting, and these are your 5 biggest mistakes why you're losing fights. Right before we get into it, a massive announcement. Destiny Jesus has just released his new fighting masterclass, where you can get almost 200 videos of fighting coaching from top players and top content creators such as DJ himself, Reese Hub, Bolts, Reet, and other pro players such as Teeny and Muzz. And an even bigger announcement, I will soon be joining that roster of players as I do my very own video on the masterclass. So if you want to check out the link in the description and it'll take you right over to the website. My video on the masterclass isn't coming, so wait for it and I'll see you there. First up, I want to ask you if you've ever come across a player that does this all the time. If you didn't see anything wrong with that clip, I suggest you just quit Fortnite, because that player just edited straight out on me twice in a row. And I can tell you, the score was like 30-0. He did this every single round. And that's what most of you guys are doing. Maybe not to the same extent, but you are making the wrong plays in this situation. A lot of you, probably most of you, are probably doing an edit something like this. Now, this type of edit only works when the person is either turning around, or a quick edit. Let's say they're just dropping on your wall like this and they've just pulled their pickers out. If you did this edit, they don't have their gun out at the moment, so you can get a free shot and reset super fast. But if they're just on your wall, let's say they're just on a cone and you edit like this, it's just a complete 50-50. And odds on they're going to hit you first because you've got to pull out the gun after you complete the edit. It's a bad edit, don't ever do it, please. If you are going to do something like that, make sure you have the movement and the aim and the reaction times to back it up. For example, doing it like this is far better because you have this bit of wall right here. It can actually like act as a bit of a shield for you because you're on a right hand peak a little bit. Make sure you're far in a box and you can hit a nice shot from there. It's only good in very specific circumstances though, so I suggest a couple of easier ones. Edit number 1, the peanut butter edit. Now this is an edit that is past the stages of time and it is so easy to do. It's just this. But we're not going to do it like this, because doing it like this is still a 50-50, you idiot. What we're going to do instead is we're going to make sure we are angling ourselves towards the left side of the box. You want to make sure you're pretty close to the wall, in my opinion, because it's a lot harder to hit a nice peanut butter edit from quite far away. But when you're on this part, you can see where the wall is going to end up. It's going to end up being along that black line right there. So you want to make sure you're behind the black line before you confirm it. And then you can do a jump and hit a beautiful peanut butter edit, like so. Once you get the timing down, it is super easy to do over and over again. And once you've finished it, you can then move backwards and hold your wall. You've got to make sure as soon as you finished it, you are not staying here and holding your wall, because if they do destroy it, your wall's going to place here. You need to make sure you're moving backwards straight away so your wall actually places inside your box. The second edit I would want you guys to use in this type of scenario is a window edit. And I don't want you to just go like this. Please guys, please do not do this. Like, anything that involves you just standing there and making an edit is not the edit for you. I want you to be moving constantly where you want to go during an edit. You've got to have movement. Like the peanut butter, you're moving towards the left. Like this edit, if you're going to do it, you're moving towards the left. For a window edit, you want to move towards the right. You want to select a window edit that's going to be slightly too far out of your reach. So if I did it here and the opponent was standing like here or so, I wouldn't be able to see them. But I'm going to select it, and as it confirms, I'm going to move towards the side and hit him and then reset it. It's a super good way to get good damage on window edits. You can do it again with this one over here. You just make sure you're a little bit to the right and then you just go. The window edit peak was actually like shown to me by Destiny Jesus when we were on a call together the other day. I was surprised by how effective it was, just dipping forwards to the right just before you confirm it, how much that actually makes a difference. And finally, the last edit I want to go over real quick is the edit when you're looking down on someone. So I've discussed this in a previous video, but the best way to do this is to the right hand side, because then you have a right hand peak on whoever's down there. If they're doing it like this, they can't see you as well. And if you're doing it like this, you can see them much better than they can see you. If you're constantly doing edits like this, then I don't want to talk to you. Get off my video now. Click off it and go watch something else. You're not allowed to. Please always go to the right. It is such an easier shot compared to the left, because the left, they are on a full right hand peak and they can see you. They can see past the middle part of the cone here, and you cannot see past the part of the middle of the cone on there. Now we talked about your first issue. Let's talk about the second issue, and these are going to go a lot faster than that because the first one was a little complicated. Our next issue is the issue a lot of newer players have to experience. They're watching some of the best pros in the world. They're watching their Peter bots, they're watching their Bolts, they're watching their Muzz, and all of these players like Polarized and Marius, and then they're looking at them and they're thinking, these guys have some of the best mechanics in the world, so they are the best in the world. And In order to be good like them, I have to do as much with my mechanics as they do with their mechanics. And this is a misconception a lot of people make, and it is not true. A common mistake number 2 is doing too much. A lot of players will do far too much in fights, and I'm honestly guilty of myself on this one. They will be doing triple edits out of nowhere in game, just like running up towards the player, triple edit, and then I'll do like a quick mongrel classic around them, and the player's like over here at this point, they'll already be near the player. And you know what this just allows? This allows our next mistake to happen. And a lot of people will be focusing so much on this, they're like new mechanics almost to these players, or like some kind of new mechanics in terms of fighting with them, and they will have a lack of awareness, which is actually our mistake number 3. If I'm doing triple edits like all this time, quad edits, I move forward, another triple edit like this, I ramp up, go up like this, I'm looking at my crosshair, I'm looking at the builds, I'm not looking around me. If I'm 1v1ing someone right now, they could be over this way, and I've just exposed myself to them just by building up there. They could just have a free 1 pump on me, because I'm over here doing some goofy mechs like this, and they could just be over here watching me. Super easy shot for them. It happens in game as well. Honestly, people just do not appreciate the simple things in game. A window edit, like I showed you earlier with the swing in, is so much better than like this edit, then a reset, then a peanut butter, then a reset, then eventually a massive right hand edit. This might look flashy, right? And it'd look really cool if you killed them, but instead you could just be doing this and kill them straight away. Having bad awareness will kill you a lot of the time, as I've experienced that a lot. But I'm starting to finally get the gist. The mechanics are not everything, and I can just play my fights a little bit more slow. Maybe not as flicky with my mechs, maybe like a little bit more relaxed with the mechs. Maybe doing them, but doing them slower, so I have an opportunity to look around. This is what's going to improve you the best. It's not going to look a lot better, but it's going to feel better when you're killing everyone. Reason number 4 why you're bad and you keep losing fights. Okay, that came out a little bit too harsh. But reason number 4 is you are bad at reboxing. Bad players are bad at reboxing. That is simple as. That's why you keep getting caught in piece. That's why you keep dying. If I'm in this box right here and I'm approaching a bad player's wall, I take the wall or whatever it is. I get a cone in a box. I know the bad player is going to either... If they do this, they're going up. We all know that, right? If the bad player does this, if they edit the cone, then they're going up. I instantly know to go like this, and they're going to edit out, and I'm going to kill them. So easy, super simple stuff. You guys are probably doing this in chapter 2 like 4 years ago. But bad players will still do this. They still do this every single time, and you guys don't learn from your mistakes. Every time a good player gets your wall, you will hold it, then go like this, then edit out, only to be completely rolled instantly. I know you do it. Don't look at me like that. You do it. I know you do it. I know you do it. And so does a lot of people. People just don't understand that is a mistake. You've got to be unpredictable with your reboxes. If someone's on this wall, you know the only way they can't get you is they can get you out this side easy peasy. They can even do this, they can do this. Either way, they're going to get you if you edit out that way. Same with this way. Same with this way. Exactly the same. They're going to get you. Even down, they get you so easily. Down might be the easiest way. It's a little bit kind of on the edge, but as soon as you get a ramp in someone's box like this, a lot of the time they will just fully drop down and it's just free kill. We said up, they can get you easy, so what's the only way they can't get you super easily is if you're being pushed by a solo, and that's behind you. Behind you is the best way to rebox, because they're on this wall, right? They're on this wall right here. If you flip the ramp and rebox out like this, all of a sudden you're a box behind them, and they are 2 boxes. So they're going to have to switch to a different wall. Then, if this player then sees you rebox, they take the wall. They see you rebox over here. And they jump to this wall, maybe. They jump to this wall. They hack on it. You know where you go again? You certainly don't go this way. You don't go up. You don't go down. You go behind you again. Keep going behind you and it'll be so much easier. Make sure you do not keep looking away from them, though. When you're reboxing, let's say they're on this wall. Look away for the edit. Then make sure you're keeping your crosshair near them at all times. Because if they start spraying, then you're in a real bit of trouble. You can't reset fast enough, you lose awareness on them, etc. You got to keep awareness on these players at all times. You got to make sure you guys are practicing your reboxing. There's so many different types of reboxing. Sometimes it will call for you to go different ways. So if you want to rebox down, make sure you practice your downwards reboxing like that. If you want to practice reboxing up, make sure you practice your reboxing up like whoopsie daisy. Make sure you practice your reboxing up like this, just reboxing up and then like around, and then practice like building a lot of boxes, not messing up cones and putting them around here somewhere. And I promise you, you'll survive in so many more fights where you get hit first. What's our final mistake that bad players make? And that is they can't approach a box. Now, this is a phenomenon I like to know as just players being bad at Fortnite. If you have a box right here, you know what the majority of players in the big old year of 2024 will do? Oh my god, let's place a ramp. Oh, let's drop right down on the wall with a pickaxe. Yeah, it's stupid, isn't it? It's stupid. So why'd you do it? Why'd you do it? This player's here. They see you drop down. They see the ramp. And it's just so easy. They can double edit, day cone you, and then you just panic, then you go outside, and then they just kill you out here. They can do an optimal peanut butter, hit you there while you're just sitting there with your pickaxe out. They don't even have to do an optimal edit. Even a bad player can counter you dropping down on their wall. All they have to do is this. And this old numpty's gone and dropped down on his wall with his pickaxe out, and now he's sitting there with his pickaxe out with someone in the box with a shotgun at his head. What are you doing? It's so stupid, guys. I'm going to be dead honest with you. If you're going to drop down on a wall like this, make sure you have your shotgun out. And preferably land in the top, like, this side of the box. On the top right of the ramp, if you're looking down at it from that way. If you do this, then if they do cone you, then you're going to phase it and you're going to be able to get out. If they do insta-edit, which a lot of players have started doing these days, then you can just insta-pre-fire them, place a floor. It's the best way to do it. You guys can also push a box in a variety of ways, including this. A lot of people don't realize this. If you put two walls out here and a wall down here, you can place a ramp. And then you can just kind of like attack from this angle. This is a good angle, I think. If you're on a wall here, you're going to struggle to get a good shot on this guy. If you do a peanut butter edit, you're going to have to do it the most optimal peanut butter edit ever. And I don't even think that's possible. You're going to have to do like a really good, funky thing from up here. But then even then, he's got the walls. It's such a good way to push a box. He could just insta-edit like this and get a cone over you. But again, you've got so much room back here. Yeah, and plus, if you position yourself high enough, then the cone's just going to phase again. This might be my favorite way to push a box. I 100% need to use it more. It's just so good. It's so simple, but so good. It just works so well, in my opinion. But you can take the wall. You can then drop down if you want to, but I'd suggest not. You can then do a 6 edit, hit him. Like, it's so good. And you can also do the dynamo box fighting technique, which is the diagonal box fighting like this. It's also a decent way to push a wall. Just make sure you are the first one with your gun out in this fight. If you're the first one with your gun out, so let's say you make an edit, pull your gun out, then they make an edit and pull your gun out. You're going to get the shot first, right? I thought so. So make sure you are the first one with your gun out at all times. If they have their gun out, do not then pull your gun out and go for a shot because they're going to hit you first. That is all I've got for dynamo box fighting and all of that sort of stuff. I know it's actually called like Dino box fighting or whatever, but I don't know. Dynamo is just more Fortnite related, isn't it? And I hope this video has helped you in some of the basic mistakes you're making in fighting. Make sure you do check out the link in the description where you can get the fighting masterclass. And also watch the videos on the screen because they are bangers and are going to help you in every single way possible. I'll see you guys in a bit. Have a great day.